Hey NFL fans, before we dive into today's hottest stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. From NFL News Now, the saga surrounding Trevon Diggs and the Dallas Cowboys has taken another dramatic turn this season, and as the NFL calendar nears its conclusion, the implications for both the player and the team's salary cap are becoming clearer than ever. Diggs, once celebrated as a cornerstone of the Cowboys' secondary, has found himself in a contentious relationship with the organization, a rift that began over the summer when he was fined $500,000 for rehabbing away from the team facility. That incident was only the tip of the iceberg in what has been a tumultuous year for the former All-Pro cornerback, whose season has been marked by benchings, injuries, and uncertainty about his future in Dallas. Early in the season, Diggs was sidelined with a mystery concussion and a nagging knee injury, which ultimately landed him on injured reserve. While the Cowboys open his 21-day practice window, he has yet to return to the active roster, leaving his participation in the remaining 3 games in serious doubt. In fact, if he is not activated by the weekend, the season would effectively be over for him, a conclusion that could also signify the end of his tenure with the Cowboys. Reports have emerged suggesting that Diggs' relationship with the Cowboys has been severed, a strong term that underscores the depth of the discord between player and franchise. Mixed messages from both sides have fueled speculation and confusion among fans and analysts alike, creating a narrative that has overshadowed the on-field performances with the off-season approaching. The logical resolution appears to be a clean break, allowing both Diggs and the Cowboys to pursue a fresh start. For the Cowboys, moving on from Diggs would not only resolve ongoing drama, but also provide substantial financial flexibility under the NFL salary cap, a consideration that could shape roster decisions for years to come. The exact savings, however, hinge on whether the Cowboys choose a pre-June 1st or post-June 1st designation for a trade or release. A pre-June 1st move, whether through trade or release, would yield $12.5 million in cap savings but incur $5.88 million in dead cap space. This option allows the team to quickly close the chapter on Diggs' Dallas tenure, albeit at a slightly higher financial cost. Conversely, a post-June 1st designation could save between $12.5 and $15.5 million while reducing dead cap liability to just $2.94 million. Patience in this scenario could yield more favorable fiscal outcomes. Though it might delay finality for both parties, timing will be crucial, particularly as the team aims to resolve its plans ahead of free agency and the NFL draft, ensuring that they have maximum flexibility to shape the roster for the future. Analysts expect Diggs to emerge as either a trade candidate or a cut as soon as the season concludes, marking the beginning of a new chapter for a player who has struggled to maintain consistency and availability this season. Diggs' statistical output this season has been modest at best, playing only 6 games and recording 18 tackles without a single interception or pass defensed since signing his 5-year, $97 million extension with the Cowboys. He has appeared in just 19 of 43 games, underscoring a troubling trend of availability and performance issues. These numbers, coupled with off-field conflicts, make the decision to part ways increasingly straightforward from a management perspective. For a team striving to contend at the highest level, reliability in key positions like cornerback is non-negotiable, and Diggs' absence has left a noticeable void in the Cowboys' secondary, a deficiency highlighted in their Week 15 loss to the Minnesota Vikings. The Cowboys' defense once again faltered against Minnesota, surrendering 34 points in a 34-26 defeat that left fans frustrated and analysts scratching their heads. Quarterback J.J. McCarthy, not considered a Pro Bowl caliber signal caller, dissected the Cowboys' secondary with relative ease, a pattern that has repeated itself throughout the season. The defensive shortcomings prompted former NFL head coach Rex Ryan to launch a scathing critique of Dallas unit, highlighting the dichotomy between a Super Bowl caliber offense and a defense that stinks. Ryan's remarks painted a vivid picture of a unit unable to cover receivers, stop the run consistently, or generate meaningful pressure, leaving an otherwise productive offense to shoulder an unsustainable burden. Ryan questioned whether the issue lies primarily with the players or the scheme, but emphasized that the coaching staff bears significant responsibility for the defensive lapses. Free runners and blown coverages were cited as common occurrences, suggesting a systemic problem that goes beyond individual mistakes. Statistically, The Cowboys' offense has averaged 29 points per game, a figure that, under normal circumstances, would virtually guarantee a playoff berth. Yet this season, the defense's deficiencies have prevented Dallas from capitalizing on offensive success, an anomaly Ryan highlighted by noting that scoring 29 points per game has, in only 3 other instances in the past 30 years, failed to result in postseason qualification. The implication is clear: coaching adjustments are desperately needed if the Cowboys are to transform their talented roster into a contender. Defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus has faced criticism for his insistence on a zone-heavy approach, which appears ill-suited for a secondary constructed for man-to-man coverage. This strategic mismatch has compounded the unit's struggles, exposing vulnerabilities that opponents have exploited game after game. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer, while lauded for holding players accountable on offense, has yet to impose similar standards on the defensive side of the ball or within his coaching staff, a disparity that has not gone unnoticed by commentators and fans. The Cowboys' offense is performing admirably, but without a competent defense, their potential remains capped, and this reality will have to be addressed in the offseason if Dallas intends to make a serious push toward a championship. The convergence of Diggs' uncertain future, defensive breakdowns, and coaching questions sets the stage for a critical offseason for the Dallas Cowboys. Financially, freeing up significant salary cap space by moving on from Diggs could allow the team to pursue reinforcements at key positions, whether through free agency, trades, or the draft. The Cowboys face a strategic decision: prioritize immediate closure with a pre-June 1st designation or maximize cap efficiency with a post-June 1st approach. Either path requires decisive action and clear communication with all stakeholders, including players, agents, and the coaching staff. For Diggs, the offseason could present an opportunity for redemption elsewhere, a chance to regain form and confidence in a new environment, while the Cowboys seek stability and reliability at the cornerback position. Beyond the Diggs situation, the defensive woes that have plagued the team will necessitate a comprehensive evaluation of both personnel and schemes. While the offense has demonstrated the capacity to compete at the highest level, the defense's inability to perform consistently has limited the team's ceiling. Rex Ryan's critique serves as a blunt reminder that talent alone does not secure wins. Proper coaching, preparation, and accountability are essential to translate potential into results. The Cowboys' front office and coaching staff will need to collaborate closely to address these deficiencies, balancing short-term fixes with long-term planning to ensure the team can compete not just this year but sustainably in seasons to come. Ultimately, the narrative of the Dallas Cowboys this season has been defined by a juxtaposition of offensive excellence and defensive ineptitude, punctuated by high-profile player controversies and critical personnel decisions. The Trevon Diggs saga epitomizes the challenges of managing star talent amid adversity, while the defense's struggles highlight the consequences of strategic misalignment and inconsistent execution. As the season winds down, fans and analysts alike will be watching closely to see how Dallas navigates these complex issues, with the decisions made in the coming months likely to shape the franchise's trajectory for years ahead. The stakes are high, the pressure intense, and the opportunities for transformation significant, making the upcoming offseason one of the most consequential in recent memory for the Cowboys organization. In conclusion, the Dallas Cowboys face a critical juncture, with salary cap management, defensive overhauls, and player relations all demanding urgent attention. Trevon Diggs' potential departure could free up substantial financial resources, allowing the team to realign its roster and address glaring weaknesses simultaneously. The defensive coaching staff will need to reassess strategies, implement accountability measures, and ensure that the team's on-field performance matches its offensive capabilities. With the postseason within reach but increasingly uncertain, the decisions made now will reverberate well beyond the current campaign, defining the Cowboys' identity and competitiveness in the years to come. The intertwining narratives of player drama, financial strategy, and defensive reform make this offseason pivotal, and how the organization responds will determine whether Dallas can finally reconcile its offensive prowess with the defensive reliability necessary to contend at the highest level. Keep watching as we analyze more details about some rumors. There's a storm brewing over Dallas, and it's not the kind that comes with the usual Friday night lights or the roar of the crowd at AT&T Stadium. The latest rumor circulating in the NFL world has Cowboys fans holding their breath A murmur of disbelief spreading across social media feeds, forums, and living rooms alike. Jerry Jones, the iconic owner, whose presence is as commanding as the franchise he runs, has reportedly made an announcement that has shaken the foundations of the team and left fans in a mixture of shock, sadness, and uncertainty, according to sources close to the organization. Jones's statement revolves around the future of Dak Prescott, the quarterback who has been the face of the Dallas Cowboys for years. The very thought that Prescott, the man who has led the team through highs and lows, who has thrown iconic passes under the dazzling lights of Texas, might be leaving is enough to send a chill through any die-hard Cowboys supporter. Conversations that normally buzz with excitement about touchdowns, defensive plays, and draft picks have suddenly taken a somber tone, with speculation and anxiety replacing the usual optimism. From the moment Dak Prescott stepped onto the field in his signature number 4 jersey, he has been more than just a player. He has been a symbol of resilience and determination for the Cowboys franchise. Fans have seen him battle through injuries, face down the toughest defenses, and emerge as a leader not just on the field but off it as well. His connection with the fan base is profound. A bond built through years of dedication, clutch performances, and moments that have become etched in the collective memory of Cowboys Nation. Now, the rumor of him potentially leaving has transformed this connection into a bittersweet reflection on what has been and what could be lost. Social media is ablaze with speculation as passionate fans dissect every word, every gesture, every hint from the team and Prescott himself. Even casual followers of the sport are drawn into the whirlwind, aware that the departure of a quarterback of Dak's caliber is not just a change in the roster, but a seismic shift in the identity of the franchise. Sources suggest that Jerry Jones's announcement was delivered with a gravity that underscored the seriousness of the situation. While the details remain shrouded in cautious confidentiality, the undertone is clear: change is imminent, and the era that Cowboys fans have come to cherish could be on the verge of transformation. Rumors hint at contract negotiations, at strategic shifts, and at visions for the team that may no longer include Prescott in the starting role. The discussions are said to have been intense, involving not only financial considerations but also the long-term direction of the team, including coaching strategies, player acquisitions, and the overall philosophy that Jones and his management team want to cultivate moving forward. What complicates the narrative is the human element. Prescott is not just a player. He is a leader whose influence on locker room culture and team morale cannot be understated. Imagining a Cowboy squad without his presence, without his voice calling plays in the huddle, or without the familiar rhythm of his cadence in critical moments, is enough to stir deep emotions among fans who have invested years of hope and loyalty in his journey. There is also a larger context to consider, one that makes this rumor even more potent. The NFL is a league defined by flux, where quarterbacks often change teams, sometimes leaving behind legacies that fans cling to with nostalgia. Yet, in Dallas, Prescott has transcended the typical quarterback narrative. He has been the quarterback who carried not just plays but expectations, the one who seemed to embody the very essence of the Cowboys' identity as America's team. The mere suggestion of his departure has sparked debates, opinion pieces, and fan reactions that range from anger to sadness to resigned acceptance. Analysts speculate about potential destinations for Prescott should the rumors prove true, from teams looking for a proven leader to franchises desperate for stability at the quarterback position. Each hypothetical scenario brings with it a wave of what-ifs and maybes, fueling the rumor mill and leaving fans oscillating between hope that he might stay and dread that he might not, adding fuel to the fire. Insiders claim that Prescott himself has been caught in the eye of the storm, weighing options, reflecting on his career trajectory, and considering what is best not just for his professional future, but for his family, his legacy, and his own sense of fulfillment in the sport he loves. In interviews and appearances, Prescott has maintained a composed front, as any seasoned professional would. But those close to him hint at the personal weight of the situation, the human story, intertwined with the business realities of professional football, makes the rumor even more compelling. Fans, commentators, and casual observers alike are captivated by the tension between loyalty, ambition, and change. Every throw, every huddle, every moment Prescott has shared with the Cowboys becomes reframed in the light of potential departure, each memory tinged with the possibility of finality. What makes this development so poignant is the timing. Just as the Cowboys were building momentum, cultivating a sense of cohesion and promise for the future, This potential shift threatens to unravel that narrative. The organization, long guided by Jones's vision and ambition, now faces a crossroads. The decisions made in the coming weeks could redefine not only the trajectory of the team, but also the emotional landscape of the fanbase. The bond between Prescott and the Cowboys is emblematic of what sports are at their most powerful: a shared journey, a collective dream. A story in which every fan feels like a participant. To lose that, even temporarily, is to confront the fragility of these bonds and the impermanence of glory in professional sports. Rumors also suggest that internal discussions within the Cowboys organization are ongoing, with key figures weighing the pros and cons of retaining Prescott versus exploring new opportunities. The stakes are astronomical. Retaining a quarterback of his caliber comes with financial implications, contract negotiations, and expectations of performance that can define the success or failure of a season. On the other hand, letting him go opens the door for fresh talent, potential draft picks, and a reimagined strategy that could either revitalize the team or create a void that is impossible to fill. Fans are acutely aware of this tension, and the conversations in stadiums, sports bars, and living rooms have taken on a new intensity. No longer are the discussions purely about plays and wins. They are about identity, loyalty, and the essence of what it means to support the Dallas Cowboys in a time of uncertainty. Meanwhile, the rumor has sparked a wave of nostalgia and reflection. Fans have revisited Prescott's most iconic moments, from game-winning drives to memorable passes that defied expectations, replaying the highlights and reliving the emotional highs and lows. Each memory has become a testament to his impact, a reminder that his presence is not just measured in statistics, but in the intangible quality he brings to the team. The possibility of his departure has transformed admiration into a poignant urgency, a desire to appreciate what has been while grappling with what might be lost. Social media platforms have become arenas of debate, with fans passionately discussing potential replacements, alternate realities, and the implications for the team's future. Hashtags trend and disappear, speculation mounts, and every minor update from the organization is dissected for hidden meaning, creating a feedback loop that amplifies both anxiety and anticipation. At the heart of it all is Jerry Jones, whose influence over the Cowboys is unmatched. His rumored announcement is not just a message about a player's future. It is a reflection of his philosophy, his priorities, and the sometimes harsh realities of running one of the most high-profile franchises in professional sports. Fans respect him for his bold decisions, his relentless pursuit of success, and his larger-than-life presence. But even his most devoted supporters are grappling with the emotional impact of this potential change. In a sport where uncertainty is a constant companion, this particular rumor has taken on a gravity that few others can match. It is not merely about who will throw the football on Sunday afternoons. It is about what the Dallas Cowboys represent, how their identity will evolve, and how fans will process the departure of a player who has become synonymous with the team itself. As the rumor continues to swirl, one thing is clear: the Cowboys universe is in flux. Fans, analysts, and insiders alike are on edge, waiting for confirmation, clarification, or contradiction. Every passing hour brings new speculation, new angles, and new emotional responses, all centered around the fate of Dak Prescott, whether he ultimately stays or goes. This period will be remembered as a defining moment for the franchise, a chapter marked by uncertainty, emotion, and the deep bonds between a team and its quarterback. For now, the whispers, the conversations, and the rumors dominate the landscape, creating a tension that is as gripping as any playoff game, as suspenseful as any last-minute drive, and as emotionally charged as the most unforgettable moments in sports history. The Dallas Cowboys, their fans, and the broader NFL community are collectively holding their breath, awaiting the next development in a story that is far from over. A story that could redefine not only a team, but the very essence of what it means to be part of Cowboys Nation. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your fellow NFL fans. Stay tuned for more updates, only here on NFL News Now.